Today I want to talk about a video that I recently published on my main YouTube channel, and the name of the video was called A 4K Beach Walk. And the reason why I thought it was a good idea to publish that video is because the main theme of my channel has become moving to Florida and the Florida lifestyle and things like that. And I actually did a beach review video over there. So after doing some research with my TubeBuddy tool, I found out that 4K beach walks were a popular type of video, so I figured why not? I'm at the beach, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Well, it didn't really work out too good. In fact, it worked out so terribly that it inspired me to make this video. And so what I want to talk about on this video is what can happen to your channel if you publish a video that doesn't do well. YouTube says that every video is basically judged on its own, and if you have one video that bombs and doesn't do very well, that it's not going to have a major impact on your channel, or it's not going to affect your channel as a whole. That's what they say. However, I think that's totally false, because I pretty much have proof that this is not true. Because before I published this video, my channel was actually doing extremely well, and ever since I published it, things have declined significantly. And I'm talking not just a little bit, we're talking like a 60-70% decline. I don't want to give the exact statistics because obviously I'm out here at the beach, I'm not looking at my computer, but I'll put up a screenshot so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So let me first tell you how this ended up happening. The reason why I decided to put this video up is because I used the poll feature that YouTube has in the community tab, where you can ask your viewers and subscribers if they would want to see a certain type of video from you, or just ask them a question. So I asked them if they'd be interested in seeing this beach walk video, and 89% said yes. Now granted, I had about 109 responses, and at the time I had just a little under 4,000 subscribers, so that's not very many people answering the poll, and I kind of probably shouldn't have listened to that, but I did. So if you are considering doing something similar, like running a poll and asking your audience if they want to see a certain type of video from you, I would use that with a grain of salt and with a lot of caution. Just because a small percentage of your audience says they want to see it doesn't mean the video is going to do well. And this situation I'm talking about is proof of that. Now, of course, the only way to know if a video is going to do good on your channel is to experiment. And I'm not saying don't experiment, because experimenting is what got me to where I am now on the channel. And if it wasn't for making different types of videos in the beginning, I might have never stumbled across this moving to Florida niche, which my channel has now become. So experimenting is important. But at the same time, when your channel's doing well, an experiment gone wrong can hurt your channel, and by a lot. And I still haven't recovered from this bad video, and it's been a few weeks now. Now things are starting to pick up again a little bit, and some of my most recent videos have done pretty well, but all of the videos that the algorithm was pushing before that video have declined significantly and still have never recovered, still to this day. So I have a couple of tips that I want to give you to make sure that this doesn't happen to you. First of all, if it's too late and you're like me and it already did happen to you, my first tip is to really study your analytics and look at the videos that have done really well on your channel and study those analytics, and then use that same comparison against this most recent video that didn't do well for you, and try to figure out what it is about that video that didn't do so well. Was it the title? Was it just the thumbnail? Was it that the video sucked? Was it that the video was such a different type of video than you normally put out, which I think was the case in my situation. You know, I'd never put out a video of me just walking down the beach, showing the beach. I'm always in my videos, I'm talking just like I'm talking to you now, and going over some kind of subject or giving some kind of hints, tips, whatever. So the fact that I just did a walk down the beach without me talking or saying anything was kind of a video out of left field for me, and probably a lot of my audience wouldn't be expecting a video like that from me. And on top of that, the thumbnail didn't have me in it, which is another thing I noticed after, deep diving into this and trying to figure out why this video didn't do well. So there's a lot of differences actually with this type of video that probably made it tank. And until you dive into those specific differences, it's going to be hard to know the reason why the video didn't do well. So I'm giving you the reasons why I think this video didn't do well for me. So if you are already in a situation like this, that's what I recommend you do. Study what has worked and then directly compare that to this video that didn't work and try to figure out what's different about it. And that brings me right to my next point. Once you have done this and you have sort of figured out, or you think you know why the video didn't do so well, don't repeat the same mistakes again. I'm all for experimenting, but if an experiment goes horribly wrong and it affects your channel significantly, just like this one did for me, I'm never gonna put another 4K video walk again on my channel, because obviously that's not why people subscribe to my channel. They don't watch my channel to see that type of content, and I can be pretty much guaranteed that if I put another one out, it would fail miserably just the same as the first one did. There is a case to be made that if you're going to do some experimental content and you really think it could take off and you know there's an audience for it, then maybe try it a few times if you feel like you don't have much to lose. But in my case, I'm really trying to make a go at it on the YouTube channel to turn this into my full-time job eventually. So I don't want to jeopardize that too much by putting out too much experimental content that is going to keep tanking my channel. So that's how I've learned from this mistake and how I plan on not repeating it, and I suggest that you do the same. So if you have a failed video on your channel or you're thinking about putting out some experimental videos, I hope this video will help you determine either what went wrong with the video or to help you prevent making the same mistakes that I did by relying too much on polls or just going too far away from what you think the audience might want to see on your channel. And that's pretty much what you need to do. You got to pay close attention when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, because you really have to latch on to what's working and shy away from everything else that isn't. So that's my tip for you today. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you keep on hanging out with me and watch some more of my videos right over here, and I'll see you guys over there in that next video.